Hi everybody, today I'm going to give you a quick demo of a super cool new feature that we're releasing today called route protection. So I'm going to demo what route protection looks like. So right now I've got this silly little to-do app. These aren't my real to-dos, but sure, why not? And it's currently available at Miren, or emppriv.miren.app. So right now you can go to it, you could mark stuff off, you could say like do the demo video, right? You could add stuff to it. Right now it's on the public internet, so anybody could come and add to-dos to my to-do list, which isn't a great feeling, if I'm honest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add password protection to this particular app. So we have that all set up currently, and we have a route for our app. So you can see right now, emppriv.miren.app goes to the app to do. Great. So what we can do is we can add password protection to this. Password protection comes in two flavors right now. One is just a static password, and the second is an integration with OADC, which is much more complicated than I'm going to show you today. We're just going to do a simple password. And so what you can do is you can do Miren auth. Miren auth has a new provider command, and what you could do is you can do add password. What this does is it makes a provider that's just for a simple password. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a name, and then we'll set a password. So we're going to call this name just simple. And then it's going to say, great, what's the password? We're going to make the password to-do, T-O-D-O, great. And now it's set up on the server. And so now what I can do is I can associate my route with that provider. So if I go route, Miren route protect, it's going to say, okay, what provider do you want to use to protect it? Well, we just made one called simple, so we're going to protect it with simple. Oh, right. You got to tell it which route to do. So we're going to be doing emppriv.miren.app. Great. Now it's protected. And so now we come over here and just reload this page. And now password. And so if I put in the wrong password, hello, it will say no. Great. Don't save that. That's the wrong one. But if I put in to do, it automatically lets me through. If you've got apps out there, you just want to put them behind a simple password, this is the quickest, easiest way to do that. So the next thing that I want to show off is something we've gotten requests from people about. Hey, I've got public apps on the internet and they get tons of just weird requests out there. I get people trying to hack my server, just flooding it with traffic. People's apps are usually fine, but they put an unnecessary load lots of times on the actual servers. And so what we've done is we've integrated into Miren directly a web application firewall, or WAF is what people would call that. And rather than make it super complicated, what we've done is we've packaged up the default rules that are put out there by security professionals, and we just made them available to you so you can just turn them on. As an example, let's go ahead and we're going to turn route protection off just to make this a little bit simpler to show. So route unprotect. Great. And so the reason to do that is so that we can do a curl. So here you can see the curl with all the to-dos and all that kind of stuff. Again, we'll go reload this, see that it still works. And so what WAF allows us to do is just automatically apply those default rules that security professionals have established. And as an example, I've got one that I was doing earlier of a cross-site scripting attack, right, where you put JavaScript inside a query parameter. So right now, if we do a curl against our app, the app responds. So in other words, that sort of malicious query parameter made it into there. And so what we could do is we can just turn WAF on now. So we do Miren route WAF, and you can just set the default level is 1. You can feel free to tune that up or turn that down. We'll have a link to say what is in the various different levels. And so what we want to do is we're just going to apply this to the route that we want. So we're going to apply this to emppriv.miren.app. Great. So now level 1 is enabled. And so now if I go do that same cross-site scripting attack, now the end site says, hey, I detected this thing. I'm going to send you a 403. I'm going to say, no, you can't come through. But if I go back over with a legitimate request, all working great. And so now let's combine those two things. Let's turn route protection and WAF on at the same time. So let's go ahead and turn this back on. One reason that we have abstracted the protection into providers is so that you could attach them to multiple different routes, and also you could just unattach them and reattach them like I just did here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go run that curl again, and we're going to see, oh, we still got the 403. Great. We come back over here, And that works. But where's our password? Well, over here, we already set the cookie. And here we're hitting WAF. But if we take this out and just do a regular request on this side, you'll see, oh, there's our password dialog. And so that has all worked correctly. So we've got the authentication, we've got WAF enabled, and all that was just a couple of options under the new route protect command. We think you're going to love it. It's a lot of like little niceties for operating on the internet. Have a great time out there.